I'm Carson.
And I'm Jack.
And this is Dweeb Wars. Every week, we help a nerdy expert solve one of life's greatest dweeby mysteries.
Whoever wins the most debates by the end of the season becomes the Head Dweeb. Today's debate.
Who is the best horse?
Who is the best horse?
We
got you covered.
We are going to help you out.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. It's me. Ooh.
Australian?
No, I was trying to go southern, but
shoot.
it's me. I'm not sure. It's my.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Dweeb Wars.
Welcome to Dweeb Wars.
Oh, my gosh. Still dweebin'.
Still dweebin'. Still looking fly.
Some of us more than others.
Jack is looking like a horseshoe, and I am looking like a cowboy. Horses.
Yes. This one's for all the horse girls out there. For all my girls who used to gallop around in lower school.
Jack, this is the first episode we are filming since we announced that we are on The Amazing Race.
Yup. We are on The Amazing Race.
March 5th, if you're in New York, come watch the premiere episode with us. March 5th, if you're not in New York, watch The Amazing Race Season 37. We are on it.
Yeah, and we're the cowboy team.
Yeah.
We're the Southern
We're
cowboy.
the straight cowboy team.
Yeah.
We had said something about being on the race and how it actually, being in a game actually like helps our mindset. I feel like the same thing is in this room. I'm like, ugh, stasis.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, finally some balance, right?
Literally.
Like in life, I'm like thinking about so many things. In here, all I have to think about, the anatomy of a horse. It gives you a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, look at you. Talk about purpose.
I feel like I finally found myself.
yeah.
With this horseshoe around my head. And hopefully these three
Medals.
metal medallions around my face that are glued to my horseshoe will be indicative of a win for me today because I'm coming in. I'm the underdog today.
Yeah.
3-4. Also, medallion could fall right on my nose, I'm realizing.
And knock you out. That's why I made it. I made this thing for him. I booby trapped it.
All right.
We have an amazing guest for you guys today. The premier horse girl of our
Texas.
lives of Dallas, Texas. She is on our Dungeons & Dragons live stream with us. Let's give a big warm nay to Isabel. Nay!
Hey, Isabel.
Hi, guys.
Hey! We are so honored to have you here.
It's literally my dream to come into a room to talk to my friends about horses for an hour.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. It feels like we've spent years seeing you try to make your dreams come true.
Yeah.
Being
Try
like,
and slip
well,
horses
what
into
about
the
this?
conversation.
And then
Right.
we talk about other stuff, but now this is about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to say that kind of when I came in, you guys both hit me with some nays.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering if
They
it
weren't
would be
good.
like fun to start off
With a competition?
with a nay competition.
I can hit the nay-nay.
We listen and we don't judge. Even worse. I was trying to do the. Yeah, there we go.
You know, it started off really strong, but then I feel like you kind of
I'm insecure.
you stopped yourself.
Yeah, I stopped myself.
Yeah.
I mean, Isabel wins.
That was pretty.
And that's
that's
why
why
you're
I'm
the
here.
expert.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Case closed.
I have to admit something to you guys.
Please.
Which is that I'm really grateful to be giving a horse girl representation in the Dweeb Wars space. Because it's a different type of dweeb.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a
own
different kind of category of nerd.
nerd. Really true.
Horse, Shakespeare. I am not a horse girl in the sense that I have ever owned a horse.
Okay.
Right.
Or have really had a riding practice, which is a really other kind of specific type of horse girls who are,
Rich.
rich,
Yeah,
I would say.
okay.
And that was always a dream of mine,
To be rich.
to be rich, to have a horse, which, still could come true.
Yeah.
Totally.
But I was more of a doing the research,
Oh.
playing the games. I had like a whole little stable of all these little horses that were all different types. And,
Yeah.
I had a deep love for cinema about horses and art and Barbie Horse Adventures, which is a computer game which in some ways I'm like, did that start my love of horses? It could
Maybe.
Wow.
because you are on a horse, you take care of a horse virtually.
Yeah.
And
You have owned a horse, girl.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
even
Oh,
deny.
yeah.
You have owned a horse.
No, right. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting that it kind of did ultimately connect back to a video game nerd for me, even in my horse girl ness.
Right.
Well, should we get to the question? What question do you have for us?
Who is the best horse?
Who is the best horse?
It's maybe the best question we've ever been asked on
Yeah.
this show. It's one of the most perfect sentences. Who is the best horse?
And,
no
and-
elaboration
No.
needed.
No, and I've been thinking about what that question really means to me. So
Exactly.
yeah,
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
It could be any horse, really, ever, in
Yeah.
any category.
And what is a horse?
What is a horse? What is a horse?
What is a horse?
Let's talk about it.
4 feet, 4 hooves.
Hooves.
You guys, I might not even say that.
Well,
And with that, I think we should begin the presentations.
yay! Ooh, this is already.
Isabel, I'm so honored to be sitting here today in my horse bolo, my blues, my cowboy hat, to tell you who is the best horse. Let's settle it once and for all, shall we?
Let's
Yeah.
settle it.
Now, I want to start with some honorable mentions because there's so many amazing horses in our world. Who's the sexiest horse?
Well, I know who this is going to be.
It's Spirit.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, Spirit, his voice is amazing.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. I mean, he's the
Who
sexiest
is the sexiest horse? Matt Damon.
Yeah. Let's talk about the most majestic horse.
Oh.
I'm talking about Shadowfax from Lord of the Rings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He glows as he runs through the fields. He's an absolutely majestic horse.
Yep.
Who's the most clever horse? Trojan horse. Knock knock. Who's there?
I thought about that one
bunch of
earlier today
warriors.
too. Yeah.
Wow.
But here's the thing. These horses, they are experts at their fields, right? But when I really thought about who is the best horse,
Yeah.
right? It needed to not just be in one field. It needed to be in a lot of fields. Yeah.
Fields.
Yeah. My choice has all 4 of these considerations. What makes the best horse? I think fastest, coolest, prettiest, good horse.
Okay.
To me, those are the 4 categories that make up a really good horse.
Talk to me about these angles.
Now, these angles are scientific. They are, some experts have done the math to determine that this horse is a contender for fastest, coolest, prettiest, and good horse, scientifically, mathematically.
Yeah. Copy that.
So I just wanted to show that.
It's giving sine, cosine, you know.
Yeah.
Tangent.
PEMDAS. Yeah, there's some
Yeah,
PEMDAS going
SOHCAHTOA,
on here.
SOHCAHTOA.
SOHCAHTOA. I believe I have the best horse for you today, and that is Sleipnir. The 8-legged, dimension-bounding, beautiful super horse demigod of Norse mythology. First,
Sleipnir.
Sleipnir. Now, first of all, look at her.
Wow.
How beautiful is she? She's glowing.
I can't. I almost can't.
Under the northern lights. She is... I mean,
Is
she's...
this AI?
I did not do it myself, but I did find this picture and I said...
This is AI. He's got way more
Way
legs
more than 8. He might have... It's a shadow. It's a shadow behind him. But let's talk about Sleipnir. Here's the tale of Sleipnir. The Norse gods, they make a deal with a giant. He said that this giant said he could build a wall to protect Midgard and Valhalla in exchange for Freya, the goddess's love. Now, they wanted, obviously, the free labor, but they didn't want to give away Freya, so it was a trap. They said that he had to build it in 3 seasons with no help. Now, Loki said, how about we let him use the giant's horse, Svaldafari. Turns out
I remember that.
Svaldafari, turns out Svaldafari is Bob the Builder. In 3 seasons, it's almost done because Svaldafari, that horse, is super strong, it can build walls, is amazing.
And that's not even the horse we're talking about.
That's not even the horse we're talking about. Guess what? The gods are pissed. The gods say, Loki, you better fix this shit because you got us into this by letting him use his horse. Loki transforms himself into a sexy female horse and seduces Svaldafari to go romp around in the woods. He bangs Svaldafari in female horse form and gets pregnant that night.
Oh my God.
Loki
That's amazing.
gives birth in female horse form to Sleipnir.
Wow.
Loki is Sleipnir's mother.
Oh my God.
This is Sleipnir, the son of the strongest horse ever, and the strongest literal god. Together
my
they create Sleipnir,
God.
who loves his mama.
And 8 legs there.
And 8 legs. Look
loves
how
his
cute
mama?
Sleipnir is looking at his mama. Good horse factor number 1, fastest. Why is Sleipnir the fastest? His name means slippy or sliding because he is so fast it looks like he's just gliding along when he runs. He can travel on land, water, and air. Move over, Spirit the horse. Talk about Spirit Airlines, the horse. Okay? He can go anywhere. There are texts that say Sleipnir is faster than any other horse, period. He also has 8 legs.
Yeah, that would help.
That would help in being the fastest.
Oh my
Let's talk
God.
about good horse factor number 2, coolest. There is a story about him going to hell with Odin. He's Odin's horse. He eventually becomes Odin's horse. And they go to hell, and people are like, guys, watch out for Garm. Garm is a hellhound. They're like, y'all are not going to get past Garm. Garm kills everybody. He's a hound that eats people who try to get into the gates of hell. Sleipnir says, why don't I just jump? Just like that, Sleipnir just jumps over the hellhound. No worries. No drama. Sleipnir. Now that's a cool move, right?
Boss.
Very nonchalant.
It is so nonchalant. It's so demure. Woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Odin carved runes on Sleipnir's teeth as tooth gems.
That's cool
That's
as
really
hell.
cool.
That's
yeah,
a cool
grills.
factor. But perhaps the coolest thing of all, the thing that I think you might find the coolest, he has a literal theme song. Listen to this.
Faster than the fastest horse alive. A living son of fire rides. 8 legs and magic ruins carved upon his teeth. Thunder and lightning sound beneath his feet.
No, this is special.
Yes. Now, everyone, if you'd like to listen, Manowar's Sleipnir is the title of the song. Those are some cool factors, right? That,
Yeah, totally.
That make him the coolest horse, right? On top of that, well, he has 8 legs. Also to be considered
Good point.
in like having
Right,
coolness,
right.
Like
Yeah.
he has 8
It's
legs.
really different.
Yeah. Let's talk about good horse factor number 3, prettiest.
Oh my God, gorgeous.
A completely.
Did you get me that?
Oh,
That.
stuffed animal.
You know what? It's coming.
Uh huh.
It's in the mail. I didn't. It wouldn't
It
come in
has
2
8
hours. It has
legs.
8 legs with cute little blue rings around them.
Where's his grill though?
Yeah, he's not.
Where are the
smart.
runes? Where are the runes in the mouth?
Where are the
Yeah, true.
runes? Runes upon his teeth.
Yeah. Now, clearly, this is a beautiful horse, right? But Sleipnir is made only prettier by the fact that he also has 8 legs. So you can look at
every
Right.
every single
you
one.
can look at and brush 8 legs, and he likes that, and he likes to keep his 8 legs clean and pretty, which is double the pretty leg factor of other horses. So take a look at this horse I brought here, which has 4 legs, and he's pretty sad about it, right? So last but not least, we have horse factor number 4,
Good
which
horse.
is good horse.
I was waiting for this one.
Yeah, is he a good horse? Now, in chapter 16 of the ancient book Skal de Skarnpapal, it says that Odin rides Sleipnir into the land of Jotunheim and arrives at the residence of Jotun Hjungir. Hjungir loves seeing Odin, right? But then says he is a marvelously good horse. We have an ancient text that tells us he is a marvelously good horse. And his abilities, magical powers, Sleipnir is the best of horses. He gallops faster, jumps higher, kicks harder, and neighs louder than any other horse, whether he's grazing on the grass of Midgard or feasting in the rich stables of Asgard.
Wow.
Now, he's also kind, he's dedicated,
Oh.
and he's loyal. He performs beautiful and helpful tasks, including he helps Freyr and Njordur carry the dead to the other world. So either to Asgard or to the underworld or wherever they're
Whoa.
going. He serves as the ferryman for these people who die. He is the last person to sort of give them an afterlife, which is he's volunteering. It's a beautiful and spiritual practice that I think makes him ultimately a very good horse.
That's a great point.
Last but not least, Isabel, you have a connection to Sleipnir that you might not even realize. And you have self-admitted that you love his work. Asbygirgi in Jökulsárgjöfur National Park in Iceland is known as Sleipnir's hoof.
Oh, wow.
Icelanders believe he created it by stepping there because it's shaped like a horseshoe. We have been there together. And you know what photo evidence I caught of what you thought of it? Cool.
Wow.
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 I have you telling me that it was cool.
Wait, this is the where?
So this is part of the same park. You
Let's get a
have
better look at that.
firsthand witnessed the park and said it was
Cool.
cool. Furthermore, some believe Icelandic horses to be descendants of Sleipnir himself. Look at what you thought of those guys. Look at you smiling with these Icelandic
Carson was
horses.
driving the van. I said, "Pull over the van."
Yes.
Pull over the van.
I have videos of us running to the horses.
They're so friendly.
Yeah, because they have Sleipnir's blood. And he's a very kind and friendly horse. Tall.
And they're horses. They're very big.
They're
in
horses, they're
Iceland.
not ponies.
They're not ponies.
They have the spirit of gods. Don't call him a pony.
Don't. They're not. Don't say it's a pony.
No. All in all, Sleipnir is a fast, kind-hearted, and beautiful horse that has a gender-fluid and species-fluid god-goddess single mother, Loki. Has given back to the Norse community, essentially being a bus driver for the dead to Valhalla. He is awesome in every way, can traverse planes and dimensions, walk on water, fly, and is a cutie pie. You have benefited yourself from Sleipnir's influence in the witness of beautiful sights and beautiful horses. And above all, lest we forget, Sleipnir is the best horse because
He has
Eight
eight
he has
legs.
8 legs.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can all say it.
Look at him standing there in his majesty.
that is awesome and freaky. And
Yes.
awesome.
It's just like us.
Oh my god, I couldn't be more
Wow.
thrilled to meet them
Again.
again.
Yeah,
Wow.
true.
I did have kind of a question about the beginning of the tale, which doesn't have that much to do with horses, but Loki slept with that strong horse.
That's right.
Why?
Because the gods, so the
I just want
gods,
to be sure I have the backstory
yeah,
straight.
the gods wanted a wall built, but the deal was that if he completed it within 3 seasons, they would give him Freya. They didn't want to give him Freya. So he was doing it too quickly. And so they said, Loki, you let him use the horse that is allowing him to do this really quickly.
So
So
is it-
you need to fix it. You need to distract him. So
the
Loki
distracting.
became the sexy, distracting horse.
I
the
see,
horse
I
ran
see, I see,
away
I
with
see. I knew you were
Loki.
saying that Loki had to fix it, and I was just confused on how sleeping with the horse.
It was a distraction. It was a
fixed it.
sexual distraction
A
technique.
sexual distraction.
Wow.
All right, but let's move on.
I'm
Let's
shocked.
move on.
I'm shocked and awe.
Who is the best horse? So,
Gorgeous. Did you do that yourself?
no. I had to look for
An
the
artist?
best photo I could
Points
find
off.
online.
Yeah.
No. Points off.
No.
No, I had to highlight
commissioned it.
I had to highlight an artist.
It's Basquiat, yeah.
When we think about horses and how they've changed our world, especially for humans, they have been intensely integrated into our success as a species. Okay. When we domesticated horses, everything changed. Okay. It allowed for transportation across great distances incredibly quickly. They were used in war, causing entire civilizations to flourish and fall. They're even used in marriage ceremonies. Okay. They're really important for
Wait.
what?
Just gotta think about that.
Oh, for your own marriage?
Yeah. Put it kind of back.
And also nowadays we also prize other things. I like that they're silly. They're kind of nosy. They eat weird things,
Yeah.
right? They have fantastic manes, show horses, things like that. So I think a best horse candidate should mirror all of these great things that we expect from horses throughout history and what we expect from them today.
So I'm
And
reading ahead.
finally, this horse, I believe, has inspired one of your favorite songs, With Proof.
Wow, we both made it so personal.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. Best horse is this horse.
From
Anyone-
Tangled?
Does anyone know who this horse is?
He's from
Yeah.
Tangled.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Do you recognize them?
I do.
He kinda looks like Donkey, so is he from
recognize
Shrek?
this horse. I was wondering Shrek myself.
It's Donkey.
Oh my
It
god, it's what
is
Donkey turns
Donkey.
into.
It is Donkey Horse.
It's like when Shrek turns into
Donkey Horse.
Oh
I know.
my
It is
God.
exactly when Donkey turns into a horse in Shrek 2. Let me tell you why. What makes Donkey the best choice? The transformation. Shrek possesses in Shrek 2 a happily ever potion, which makes him and Fiona good looking. But they're a little bit sus of it. In the beginning, they're like, is this too good to be true? Is this real? Could this hurt me? In that moment, Donkey bravely offers to take part in animal testing and drinks it first. So that shows he's both...
Donkey as a horse.
No, this is Donkey right now. He's like, let me drink this for you first.
Okay.
That's what then turns him into the horse. But so, firstly, we can see he's brave, as many horses are. I want to talk about donkey's use in travel. As I spoke about earlier, horses and travel changed the world.
Yeah.
In Shrek, it also changed the Shrek. Fiona was about to marry Prince Charming through a setup by the fairy godmother. So they try to set up a wedding and don't let Shrek get to them. Now, that would have been the case, unless Donkey had taken that and could then quickly and swiftly get them to Fiona's wedding with Prince Charming before they did the kiss. This speed allowed them to stop the wedding. This mimics the greatness of horse in our world. The ancient Persians, 2,500 years ago, maintained a royal road from Sardi to Susa, which is nearly the same distance as the Pony Express route, and according to Herodotus, took around the same amount of time. He greatly admired the prowess of the Persian messengers and gave the following quote: "There is nothing in the world that travels faster than these Persian couriers. Neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds."
Wow.
Here's a sign for the Pony Express.
Oh.
Look at that. They've had such an important impact on our world. Also, they've been
Did that
used
say
in
orphans
war.
preferred?
Yes. Young, skinny, wiry fellows, not over 18, must be expert riders. Orphans preferred.
Orphans preferred.
Willing to risk death daily.
Holy shit.
I know.
That is macabre.
I know. I didn't want you to see that. But let's also talk about their use in war. How about that? Look at this conquistador on his horse. That is Puss in Boots riding Donkey into battle,
my
wielding
God.
a magical and mythical weapon after charging into the far, far away castle to save Fiona.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, right? Use in war. Also, they're used in war in real life, which has been an amazing use of horses in history. The speed at which an army can move is key in warfare. The ability to travel on horseback gave invading armies an enormous advantage. Look at the Mongols, who created the world's largest empire to ever exist in a single landmass. So clearly, horses really led to civilization. This is all comes from an article called "How Travel on Horseback Made Civilization Possible."
Whoa, that's a big claim.
Yes. Now I want to talk about the use in marriage ceremonies. Watch
Oh,
this.
Hey, you! Back away from my wife.
Shrek? Okay! That's mine!
Cry for mercy from Puss and Donkey.
So,
Yeah,
No,
wow.
you have to recreate that at your wedding.
I was wondering about how they were used, and yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
yeah.
Stay away from my wife. Imagine Eric coming in doing that. Can we play Puss and Donkey?
Yeah, I would love to play. Who do you want to do? I would love to be Donkey.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because this is
That's
the best
your
horse.
Yeah.
This horse that you're seeing is also straight up ridden by a real groom, Shrek, in the beginning of the clip, right? Into a marriage ceremony to stop the wedding with a fake Shrek, Prince Charming, and then also defeats the fairy godmother by getting her weapon. Now you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with anything? White horses are
wow.
also used in marriage ceremonies in real life. In Hindu weddings, the groom traditionally rides in on a white horse.
Wow.
Check this out.
Just gonna have to be a different man.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say
I know.
about that. Can you actually roll it back?
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah.
Just
Whoosh.
gonna have to be
Whoosh. Then he literally had a horse phase, like many people do.
Sure.
Oh wow, he's changing back.
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to be a horse.
He knows the great horse he was because when he lost it, it was really, really sad.
Yeah.
This moment
knew we were
also
gonna
had
get
a
here.
huge cultural impact, even on Taylor
Wow.
Swift, inspiring the song White Horse. Here are the lyrics.
Wow.
I'm not a princess. This ain't a fairy tale. But let's take it line by line, almost. I'm not a princess. This ain't a fairy tale. Fiona doesn't want to be treated like a dainty princess. She is powerful and messy. I'm not the one you'll sweep off her feet.
You coming, donkey?
down!
Oh, yep, I'm right behind.
Put
put me down or you will suffer the consequences.
I forget that's Cameron Diaz every time.
Yes. Yeah. She will not be swept off her feet.
No.
This
You're-
ain't Hollywood. This is a small town. Here we have Far, Far Away in the style of Hollywood.
Right.
It's not Hollywood, but
It's
it's
a small
It's a
town.
small town. Now it's too late for you and your white horse to come around. Kisses Prince Charming instead of Shrek.
Wow.
Heartbreak. I think Taylor Swift was singing about the scary altar ending of Shrek 2 when she got with Prince Charming instead. That's it.
Like what could have been.
Yes,
Wow.
that's it.
Oh my God.
Can we give it a for audio? Which?
Pretty good. Yeah. I would say that's a horse witch.
That was
Yeah,
my fairy
yeah.
godmother
Yeah,
impression.
right.
It's a horse witch. Wow. Okay. I do
Wow.
have some questions here.
Yeah.
Do you think, so you don't think that the soul of a horse needs to be a horse?
No, I think it's an anatomical question.
Huh.
Be-
That's really an
yeah,
interesting point.
I think Donkey is not a horse until he's in that moment, and we can even see he changes his attitude when he changes his anatomy. Right? He goes from being this silly donkey, then when he becomes a horse, he finds his greatness within himself. He becomes brave.
Now, both of you have chosen horses that are not, I would say, of
Typical.
the Earth world.
Uh huh.
You know, there's of of Far, Far Away and of Norse mythology. You kind of talked about this a little bit with your real life comparisons, which was really, really nice. But I guess kind of where do you see those horses in the real world?
Yeah.
As well.
I think what I will speak to is regardless of Norse mythology, and some people genuinely believing, right?
Yeah.
Iceland, sometimes they genuinely believe there are elves running
Fairies,
about,
elves, yeah.
fairies, and perhaps they do genuinely believe that the Icelandic horses are descendants from Sleipnir. But also, regardless, what that presence of that figure means to those people, that they know they're going to ride off in their last moments into Valhalla, that they have a spiritual practice. Those things are real, that are felt through the hope of Sleipnir, that are real to the Norse and Icelandic people for generations and eons.
The impact of
the
Sleipnir
impact of
on the
Sleipnir
Icelandic people.
on the culture, yeah.
Yeah, and the culture, for sure, for sure. Can we consider a donkey a horse? And I do think this is important to the judging because I do think I'm really following your argument, but at donkey's core, he's a donkey. Even when he's a horse.
You believe in a horse soul.
I believe in a horse soul, maybe.
And you could also say, if I'm to defend myself, like I said online, it says to be a horse you have to have 4 legs. So
That's a really
you know,
actually
you could
good
equally
point.
use the same issue sort of against this other mythical horse.
About
you know?
the definition of a horse.
Right.
Yeah.
In that instant, neither
Like, is
of
that
your
not a horse?
horses
Is it a Sleipnir?
are horses.
Yeah. Well, but I actually don't
Competition's
think...
off, you both.
Well, but here's
no
the
horses
thing.
here.
Here's the thing. A
Mutation.
mutation or an abnormality at birth, I don't think should take someone out of the ruling of being part of a species. Perhaps if he was born with 1, 2 little legs, would you then consider that not a horse at all because he only has 3 legs, because he is an amputee or something? I don't
Right.
think so, right? He was born with a horse with 4 legs, and he was born with 8 legs, and I find that beautiful in Sleipnir. I don't find that to make him any less of a horse.
Similarly, I went through a lot of horses to kind of when I was thinking about a horse and who was the best horse and,
Right.
and in general. And a horse that really shaped me was Black Beauty. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Black Beauty.
I'm not familiar with Black Beauty.
Black Beauty is both a book and a movie starring a horse where the titular character, Black Beauty, is the narrator of the movie and the book. And it's all through
Oh wow.
Black
It's from the
Beauty's-
perspective. Of a horse.
Wow,
Yes.
interesting.
And it was mostly written to kind of shed light on horse treatment of horses.
Oh wow.
Really?
And had like a big effect actually in real life on treatment of horses.
Wow. Okay.
I was thinking about activist horses like Black Beauty.
Oh,
Black Beauty is an
yeah,
activist
yeah,
horse.
right.
yes.
And then I was thinking, of course, about beauty horses.
Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stallion of Cimarron. Then I was thinking about detective horses, Barbie Horse Adventure.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
And then I was thinking about athlete horses.
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit.
Secretariat.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked about athlete horses a
Yeah.
little bit as well. War horses, we talked about it as well. Then there are the actor horses. There are
Whoa.
so
Yes.
many horses who are actors.
Yes.
Wow.
Jonathan Mailey's.
Well, yes, of course, it's on my list.
Yeah.
Jack.
That's his name.
Jack. Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's
is-
literally his horse?
Yeah.
So
He owns that
it's
horse?
not actually his horse, but Jonathan Bailey used the same
Horse in.
the same horse. I was just kind of like zooming out.
It's not. Well, I mean, it's actually. It's not. No. Yeah.
Jonathan Bailey used the same horse in Bridgerton and then requested to use that same horse in Wicked that he rides as Fiyero, whose name is Jack. There's this one horse named Trigger who was a Roy Rogers horse
Whoa.
and was in 180 films and TV shows and then was taxidermied to be his history.
Oh my
in his-
god.
Be in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
To be in the Roy Rogers Museum.
That is an amazing
Wow.
horse.
That's pretty cool.
That's a
Which
great
is-
option for best horse. I feel.
Was pretty amazing, and so I did think about it. And then I thought about the therapy horses, equine therapy. Horses are incredibly sensitive to human emotion,
Yeah,
which is why
empathetic.
they're used for therapy.
There's
Beautiful.
an equine therapy place right near the airport, right
Oh,
near
really?
JFK, which
Anyways.
is kind of crazy. I would assume horses don't like
Airplanes.
planes, but
Well, they're a low flight risk,
they're amazing pilots.
They're they're amazing pilots. These horses then can do everything, as we've
Right,
seen, right?
right.
Athletes, actors,
Celebrities.
war horses,
Therapists.
activists,
Pilots.
pilots.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, that is so amazing that we have horses and that we can kind of reflect like really ourselves as a society, which is what we're doing
Yeah.
in horses. We can kind of like, we're projecting that. We're seeing the beauty of the horses. And then it's kind of coming back to ourselves.
Yes.
And so then I thought, who is the best horse? And then I thought, the best horse is the horse in all of us. And that's where I ended up this morning.
Oh my god.
We all have that horse in us.
Run free, run
Yeah.
wild. That considers yourself
Sensitive to
beautiful
humans.
and
Sensitive, yeah.
sensitive.
I mean,
Yes.
talk about
And
what
good at
you thought
flying a
made a good at
plane.
horses. Good horse, beautiful, fast,
Cool.
and cool.
Yeah. That's what I want to be.
That's kind of what I have to say
Right.
about that.
Yeah.
my
Thank
God.
you, Isabel.
Thank
Of course. And now we're done, right?
And now you're released.
And on that note, thank
now
you.
Now we can unlock your chair that you're strapped into. Yeah.
It feels horrible to award because you've both been given I've been given 2 gifts
Gifts. Yeah.
of these presentations
Yeah.
today. I will say that based on a couple different thoughts, I am gonna have to give this one to Carson.
Yeah.
Thank you, Isabel.
I think that it was, although I love Shrek, so it did come close. I am a girl, as a horse girl, who is kind of interested in the fantastical, the fae, the kind of and so that was getting in the kind of the divine of the horse
Yeah.
was doing
Yeah.
something to me internally.
Yeah.
If this was asking a different question as well, Jack would be the winner.
Exactly.
And
he's
if
so good
the
at research.
question
Yeah.
was, how did Taylor Swift and horses and Shrek all tell us the same story?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right. Now that would shock me if that question ever came up. Well, I'm happy to have won it.
And ultimately, I do think it was influencing me that he is a donkey, and that's an identity.
I didn't
question.
think about
The spirit.
the spirit of a horse, which I should have because the horse named Spirit literally was
Yeah.
looking at me right in the eye
Looking right in the eye.
during research.
Well, girl, I'm like completely honored.
I love this podcast. As a listener, love it.
Thank you. Well, please like and subscribe, and also watch us on The Amazing Race season 37 come March 5th.
Come to the party if you're in New York.
If you're in New
Yes.
York, come to the party. All right, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.